So in order to do the upcoming activity, one skill that you're going to need is to be able to draw squares on graph paper. Now initially that sounds like way too easy, but what I mean by that is we're going to be drawing squares where they don't quite line up with the graph paper that we're going to be using. For example, on this sample here I've got two dots here. These two dots represent two of the four corners of my square, and you'll notice they're not aligned. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a ruler and join them together. So the problem becomes, how do I create the rest of the sides? But of course one of the qualifying things is I need the sides to be equal, and I need to be that they need to be at 90-degree angles. Well, in fact, one of the things we're going to use here, a concept that we've learned previously, is the concept of slope. So imagine this is actually a linear function and we're trying to get from this dot to this dot. If I were to do the slope and look at rise and run, I would see that this is a rise of 3 and a run of 5. So what I can do is this. I'm just going to use that same rise and run to create the other two corners of the square, but since they need to be at 90-degree angles, well, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn my paper 90 degrees. So now I can go back to this corner and I can repeat that slope, but in this case I'm going to go this way, up 3 and over 5. And that's where the next corner of my square should be. So if I join those 2 points together, and if I kind of turn my paper so I can just kind of visually check, I can see now that I've got my 90-degree corner here. And also, since each time I went up 3 over 5, up 3 over 5, even though I haven't been traveling in a straight line, I have gone the same distance, so I know that this side is equal to this one. So now repeat the same thing down here. With your paper turned 90 degrees, go down to this corner, you're going to go up 3 over 5, and that puts you here, the last corner of our square. And if I join it together with this one, and then join the two dots that I've made, and I kind of turn the paper so I can see it, there's my square. 90-degree corners, all the sides equal. Alright, let's try one more like that. Here's another one with only two of the corners labeled. So once again, join those two corners, and then look at it from a slope standpoint. In this case, to get from here to here, I'd have to go up 2 and over 6. Rise 2, run 6. So, turn my paper 90 degrees, go back to the original corner, and rise 2, run 6. That puts me here. Join it up, and then same thing down here. From this corner, rise 2, run 6, put the last corner in, and then connect them all up. Okay. Turn your paper slightly and just kind of visually check. If you have a protractor, great, use that. But we can see that those are 90-degree angles, all the sides are equal, and there's our square. Alright, so you're going to practice and try this out so that you're ready to use this skill when we start working on the activity.